Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Videos Creators Lounge. My name is Jennifer Ruiz, and I am here today with Ronald and Gabe. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well, doing very well.
How about you, Gabe?
Oh, doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. Great, great. Well, welcome, welcome. It's awesome to have you tonight. So let's jump into it, right? First of all, I already said it. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for
It's
having
really
us.
nice, to having you. I'm really looking forward, and we are all looking forward for your performance later. So, woo, shout out to that. Now we just want to have a nice and friendly conversation and get to know each other, right? Want to get to know Gabe and Ronald. So, first of all, like I mentioned, Ronald here, he is a musician and a producer. So awesome. I know that you have a background education in Berklee. That's great. Can you tell me what got into you wanting to study in Berklee, first of all?
Basically, I didn't even know Berklee existed until I was going into my senior year of high school. And so I've been playing music for a long time already, and since I'm from kind of right outside New Orleans, I was actually a part of the jazz program down there called the Heritage School of Music. And so a lot of the musicians who I kind of grew up just looking up to, a lot of my peers, they actually started going to Berklee.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm just like, wow, you guys are getting full scholarships to this music school. What's Berklee? And then I looked it up and Googled it, and then in like lists of the top music schools, Berklee's like at the top.
Wow.
And so I'm just like, I'm gonna apply there. And then it was just amazing because out of all the different schools I applied to, Berklee gave me the largest scholarship, which was incredible, honestly. And so decided to come.
Well, thank you, Berklee, because we have you tonight, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to switch real quick to Gabe. Gabe, awesome. Thank you for being here. Gabe is a local artist, and he is a writer. And I'm pretty sure you mentioned that you also have a background in Berklee, right?
I actually
Or
have
you're
a
currently-
background at Emerson College.
Oh, Emerson. Okay, I apologize.
yeah.
I thought that we mentioned that's how you got to know him.
We actually ran into each other. I was heading over to the library in Brighton, not too far from the main downtown area of Boston, and I was trying to check out some books from the library because that's just the interest that you have when you're a creative writing student, right? You gotta check out your local library. And Ronald and I actually crossed paths, started talking to each other. I'm from the Midwest, so I'm very Midwest friendly. You know, if you have a friendly face, I'm gonna chat with you. You know, that's just rule of where I'm from. But yeah, Ronald and I actually connected over church. He invited me out to church. And so it was just really awesome to have somebody who, like, from the get-go, was helping me find something that I was trying to look for again. And we became good friends from that day. We ran into each other, like, one more time by chance and started to get to know each other even more.
Look at that.
But my background's more at Emerson College. I got accepted for a creative writing degree here.
Awesome.
Or creative writing degree program, so to speak.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's great. And did you already finish and everything?
I'm in my final year working on my thesis on top of other different projects.
Whoa. Good luck.
It'll turn out well, I know it will.
No, definitely. I mean, you have great energy, so I think that great energy is going to take you far. So
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Awesome. Yes, so back to Ronald. Ronald, can you please tell me what got you into music? Like, what got you into wanting to creating music?
Yeah, so basically, I come from a pretty religious family. Like, I grew up going to church all the time, and God worked it out where I was actually part of a really musical family. And so at church, it would also be like my mom, my auntie, my cousins, and like kind of our whole family who were leading the praise and worship, the choir and everything. And so back when I was little, I was just like, okay, I'm definitely not going to sing, but everybody's playing musical instruments. And so I just kind of looked around, like, the only thing that's missing is guitar. And so I picked that. And so it was really awesome. Like, my mom was also a music teacher, so I think that definitely helped me get into it. And pretty much down the line, going through middle and high school, I just kind of realized that music was one of the only things I'm kind of good at. And so I'm just like, I might as well do music. And so Yeah, God definitely just worked it out that I'm here and able to work as a musician and even to have gone to one of the best music schools
Yeah.
of all time.
That's beautiful. And you started not wanting to sing, and look at you
Right.
now
Right.
today, writing your own music and also performing them. That's beautiful. That's great. That's just pure talent. So we're all excited to hear you perform later.
Yeah.
I can't wait. You said that you were performing 3 songs, right?
3 songs. That's
wow.
right.
And you wrote them all 3. Did
Yes.
you also worked on like producing them, the beats and everything?
Yes.
You all 3 of them. You did it by yourself.
Yeah. So all the
Wow.
music I wrote, and I'm also producing it all on my own at home. And so right now I'm working on putting together an EP of
That's
maybe it'll probably be 8 to 10 songs total, because I just have a lot of songs I've written and I've been sitting on. I'm just like, okay, let me actually record this
Yeah.
and get it together.
Wow. So that's like you're working on that. Do you know like when will you have that? Like when will you release those songs?
That's a good question. I'm saying the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
wow.
December.
Wow. So you're like working real hard right now
Right.
on those things. That's amazing. Great. Wow. Good work there. And can you tell us more about the creative process of these songs?
Yeah. So basically, that means I have to remember the creative process. Yeah. So a lot of the songs I just kind of wrote either I was going through a pretty rough time spiritually where I'm just feeling a lot. I'm just like, okay, let me try and put this into words, right?
Yeah.
And so I'll try to remember. So I think a good example is one of the songs. The first one we'll be doing today, "Show Me the Way." I actually wrote that right after. So the church we go to, we have a sister church out in Lagos, Nigeria, and I got to go to this amazing conference over there. And I was just really blown away by kind of just the heart of the people there, but also the what's the word? The living conditions, of course, because Lagos is the wealthiest part of Nigeria, but in a real way, like the quality of living there is nowhere near how great it is here. So I just kind of realized how much I have taken for granted, I mean. And so,
Yes.
you know, one thing that we talked about a lot at the conference was just having the heart to really see that people without God need the help, and that they need us to reach out and to be there for them, to really love them, and to help them find a relationship with God and find that fulfillment. And so I was just really blown away by all that. Even the hearts of our brothers and sisters there, they were also giving, also loving. They're like, hey, let's go out to eat. I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, okay. But it was just amazing, like such incredible servants. And so when I got back, I was just like, okay, I want to learn how to go deeper in my love for God, but also my love for other people.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like what the song is about. Just show me the way to reciprocate God's love for me. And
Beautiful.
so, yeah.
That's beautiful. Wow. And when was this? Like, when did you wrote the song?
I don't remember.
You don't remember, like, what
I guess
year was it?
It would have been last year, actually.
Last year?
Last year in the summer, a year ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
I just realized I didn't even answer your question. So
No, yes. I mean, you
after I
kinda
write a
did.
song, then I just kind of after I write a song, then I just kind of start laying tracks down little by little. So I usually start with the guitar, then I'll maybe sing a scratch vocal track, and then arrange things around it.
Okay.
And so whether it's just like one day I'll wake up, I'm just like, I feel like adding drums, and so I'll do that.
Yeah.
Or I'll add a bass line and stuff like that, and eventually it all comes together where it just sounds amazing, and that's kind of what I put out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole process.
Awesome. And do you like? I know that you mentioned that some of your songs just come because of circumstances, right? Moments. But like once you're creating the melody of that song, do you use like other people's like as inspiration? Or like how do you create that melody, that beat, and how do you know like that beat is perfect for the song? Like
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, usually sometimes I'll pick a specific song where I want to go with that for the vibe or the feel of the song or kind of the style. And so for example, some artists I've been influenced by, just to name a few, would be like Tom Misch, Mahalia, Masego, like different R&B artists such as them have really influenced me, where maybe I'll just find one song that I really like, and I'm just like, okay, I'm thinking like for the song that I've written, I'm thinking of maybe going with this kind of feel or this kind of vibe. And so usually that's kind of how it works out, and I'll just change whatever or do what I can to make it my own.
Yeah, of course. Beautiful. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great. Yeah. So you mentioned your future projects. By the end of the year, you will potentially have
Yes.
10 songs. Are you already like writing them? Like, do you already have like a few written? How's that going so far? How's
So
that process
they're
going?
all written. It's just the recording process and making sure that everything's actually, I guess, put down in audio,
Yeah.
for lack of a better way to put it.
Awesome. Great. I think this will be kind of the last question. So in terms of like, how do you see like your music career growing within the next 5 years from now?
Yes, of course. Yeah, so funny thing, my dream is actually to go into Christian ministry.
Okay, so this is
Yes.
like your hobby?
Not so much my hobby because it is my job as well in my
Okay.
career, but really, if anything, like what I want to be able to do music-wise would be to use my musical talents and kind of just like what I write as a platform to also reach other artists and reach other people who want to honor God through their music. And so the idea is even just this project that I'm putting together right now, like that would be something for people who are believers in God that they'd be able to listen to and feel uplifted, but it also sounds great musically and feels
Yeah.
great. And so that's pretty much my goal as for now, to really make and find ways to do that, to connect with more people.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you for, wanting to share that message with the world and with other people. That's amazing. Is there anything else that you would want to share with, with the audience? You want to shout out your platform so people can go ahead and follow you?
Yes, so on Instagram, you can follow me at I forgot my Instagram. Okay, it's actually at Ronald Brian Clay _music, right? And also one thing that we're starting here in Boston is we're starting this AMS collective. We don't have an official name yet, but we're actually getting together every Saturday to write, to rehearse, and we're actually going to be start putting together an album very soon. And so definitely once we get the Instagram page started and really like get more stuff out there, then I'll totally be putting that on my page as well.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Ronald. Awesome. Now I'm going to switch real quick and let's chat with Gabe for a little bit. Gabe. Awesome. I know you've been a little quiet there. That's okay. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, actually. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. So what is it that you're going to do tonight?
Oh, I just wanted to accompany Ronald on vocals when it came to the 3 tracks. He asked me to be a part of this a while back, and being a person who does vocals himself, I am a song leader in the church that we go to. It just felt something it felt like something I had to do,
Yeah.
It felt like something I knew I'd love to do. So I'm already enjoying the experience before it's even started.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So I know you mentioned that you have a background in writing. Can you tell me more about that? Like what do you write? What's your style of writing?
Yeah, of course. I really just had an interest in stories from a very young age. I'd say since I was in 1st and 2nd grade, people noticed I had a really strong aptitude for writing. I would always be at the top of like writing prompt lists and things like that in terms of scores for those types of tests and assessments. So down the line, I just realized, this is the career I need to pursue. I went to my undergrad at the University of South Dakota with an English degree, creative writing specialization as my major. And then after spending about 4 to 5 years out of grad school, I pretty much started the process 2 years before getting accepted into Emerson because I knew I'd need some time. I was a little out of practice. But eventually I got myself accepted to Emerson in spring of 2018 and moved here later on in late summer, early fall. My writing style is just really one that varies, right? I mean, I could write short fiction that's literary one day, and then next thing you know, I might write something that's more along the lines of genre fiction, what you see with like the Harry Potters and the Hunger Games of the world, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I enjoy Afrofuturist writing. I enjoy like writing from guys like Raymond Carver, Junot Diaz, and all those people of the sort. I like writing spoken word poetry. I want to become a comic writer someday, hopefully for DC or Marvel, high ambitions. But, God will find a way. Or I'll just make my own comic, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I just really like experimenting, I wanted to be a jack of all trades in the things that I do.
Awesome. And when did you discover this love for writing? When did you start writing?
Gosh, yeah, I have to say, the love for writing was really solidified probably around second or third grade. I think that was when I really started delving deeper into writing, being like, man, I really like books. I really love the way that stories are told. I just am intrigued when something involving a tale or a story just pops up in front of you, just like, wow, like I was just glued. And I think it was probably even beforehand. I remember in kindergarten there was this pop-up book that my kindergarten teacher had, and sometimes during playtime I would sneak off and try and look at the pop-up book because it looked so cool, right? And the teacher would just like chew me out, but I regret nothing, right? But yeah, no, I absolutely just enjoyed it from a very young age, well before I reached double digits in terms of my lifespan here on this planet. So
Awesome. Great. Do you also like write music?
On occasion, I've dabbled with songwriting. I wouldn't say that it's become a full-time thing. I'm sure there are notebooks. I have a ton of notebooks. They're all over the house. I think Ronald's seen them. Everybody that lives in the house has seen them. But yeah, there are song lyrics hiding in some of those notebooks. I know that.
Yeah.
So you never know. A lot of the songs are very secular, but I did write a song that hopefully can get on the album that Ronald has been talking about.
Awesome.
The album that's supposed to be for our Amos Collective.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have that there. We had performed that song for the church. Ron was on the guitar. I did vocals. A few of the sisters from the church and another brother from the church. We all did vocals, and people really enjoyed the song as well.
Yeah.
Like they specifically had like requested for us to do that for service another time, and that was really amazing. So, yeah, I had a hand in writing that, and you know, songwriting's not a foreign thing. It just never became something that I full-heartedly considered as like a career or a part of my writing craft, but it's definitely something that I like doing, and I'm definitely open-minded towards going down that path sometime in my life. I wouldn't be against it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing, you know, a little bit about you. Is there anything else that you want, like any future projects that are coming that you want to shout out? You want to shout out your platform so people can go ahead and follow you?
Yeah, of course. I have an Instagram. It's just at Gabriel Mambo. Just all, both my names spelled as it sounds. Last name being Mambo. All lowercase, all mushed together for Instagram. And for my Twitter, it's going to be at Gabe Mambo. Again, it's just smushed together. The first and last name are capitalized. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, hope you guys got that, and go ahead and follow these talented people here today. And I think that will be all for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
we are looking forward to seeing you perform.
Thank you.
Awesome.